I'm going to try and give you some tips and tricks for grading quizzes efficiently um, in this video. So um, let's just go. I'm going to go to a test um, because I think it'll show more. So first of all, you can look down here and you can see all of the students and their grades. But you see how it's double spaced? It's kind of, you can't see as much. So if you click on attempts right here, you can see them. They're all single spaced, so you can see them a little better. And you can click, for example, you can restrict it to ungraded attempts, and then you can hit apply. Now it's going to show, let's see. I guess maybe it's not working because they're all graded. But basically, what you can do is you can hit ungraded attempts. And when you have ungraded attempts, each time you grade one and you come back to this page, it will be gone. And so then you don't have to search around for what you need to grade. You can just kind of grade them as they go. And then when this page is blank, then that means you've graded all of the ungraded attempts. The next thing you can do is you can go to questions, and I use this a lot for if my students have short answer questions to answer. And the reason I do that is I'll click here, and you can see all the graded ones, so you can see that I've graded them. And I'll show you what to do later, but if I hit that, then these are all graded. So you can do this, and it'll show all of them on like 20 on a page. So you can grade these short answer bam, bam, bam really quickly. And then you can just go to the next page. You could do one per page, but I like doing it this way. So that's how you can grade the short answer. And then you can do the same thing for like long short answer questions, like these are FRQs. And then you're grading the same thing over and over and over. So here's my feedback. Here's my feedback. Sometimes I make it more detailed than others. This is the first test, so I wasn't quite sure exactly how I wanted to do it. So you can see there's some, but basically you can grade the same question all at once. So if you've got a long short answer question like this, you know, you're grading them all at the same time, and your brain's like all in the same place, rather than clicking on each test. Let me show the other way you could do it. Now when you do this, you could hit, if you unclick view graded responses, then when you click on this, you'll only see the things that you haven't graded. These are questions that I edited. So after the students took the quiz, or I realized there was something wrong with the question, I'm going to take off this. I edited it, and this is the question that the kids took, or I took it off the question. So then you can go fix their questions, and you don't have to go back and see like, okay, who had that question I edited, who did not. They're all down here, and this is in the question thing. When I found this, it was a total game changer for me. So now we can go to attempts, and the other way to grade each quiz would have been to take their quiz, you know, the multiple choice is already graded, go in here, grade each short answer one by one by one, and then grade each FRQ one by one. So you can see it's much more efficient the other way. Now when you do the other, you go here and you grade all of the FRQs and short answer this way. Then when you go back into their individual quiz and put like the feedback for their individual quiz, it'll already show those graded. So this will show like the actual correct score, where if you grade these one by one, they'll all basically show like failing, and then you go in and you edit it, and then the score will come up. So anyway, this question section is really was a game changer for me. It really helped me a lot grading quizzes, because it just made it like so much easier and quicker, especially with that short answer stuff. So if you have a lot of students, or if you have tests with a lot of short answer questions or long short answer questions, it's a lot of work to do it individually. So I like doing that question thing, and I also like the question thing because I'm not looking at their names as much, so I know that it's like um, definitely it's just like bam 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 grading like a robot. This is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, rather than like, oh well, I know they probably meant that, because I know this student, I know they're a good student, I know that that's what they probably meant. I'm grading everyone like equally, if that makes sense, which I really try and do all the time, but it's hard to remove those biases from your brain. So I did professor once that made us turn in all of our papers with like a number, our student ID numbers, because he didn't want that bias. So it's like an unintentional bias, but anyway, I like doing it that way. So and then I can't see like, oh well, if they got like one more point, then they would pass their test or whatever. It's it's right or it's wrong. It's right or it's wrong. It's right or it's wrong. So anyway, that's some ways that I grade quizzes a little more efficiently.